Alright. So now we're talking about X2, X-Men United. This movie came out 2002, 2003, and I was ready for it, but never to go see it. My folks never really took us to many. When I was younger, I went to a lot of like Power Rangers, and my sister went to Pocahontas and went to Lion King, but then later they just didn't go to any movie. That's what special occasions, And so, the first X-Men movie we watched as a family, but this time we didn't. My folks watched it by themselves, and then they brought it over, and I watched it at my grandma's house. So that's where I was. We were there for the weekend, so I was watching that. And I remember sitting there watching it. I can see it right now, sitting in the room that I stayed in at my grandma's house, watching it. And the ending happened. And so my mom asked me, what did you think of the ending? I'm like, it's a good setup. I'm like, I'm like, I thought it was okay. She goes, well, but Jean Grey dead. I'm like, she's not dead. And I was like, no, she's dead. I'm like, no, she's going to be the Phoenix. Because I watched the animated series. She's going to come back as the Phoenix. I wasn't like a little kid or anything. In 2003, I was in junior high almost, No, I was in high school, 2003. Yeah, I was in high school, so freshman. I was just like, no, she's coming back as the Phoenix, because I've seen the animated series. Even though she didn't die, but they showed the little bird thing in the end, so that's why I'm like, she's coming back as the Phoenix. And that was my argument. They showed the bird at the end. She's going to be the Phoenix. And someone also said that, like, I was also told that, like, she came back as a ghost in the comics or something. I don't know that, but, And I remember getting excited for the Phoenix stuff. We'll get to that. Both of them. Okay, you fuck it up twice. Twice! Anyway, let's talk about this movie. So, in the end of the first film, Logan takes off so that he can go and find out about his past. So, this is the thing. He goes to the Alkali Lake or whatever. He sees it's, there's nothing there. And he goes back. And then later they find out there is something there, right? Well, I've been there, there's nothing there, but maybe, Did they forget he has super smell? He used it in the first one. Shouldn't he be able to smell that there's something underneath it? Something here. The cartoon version would. I smell something. Come on. Sorry about that. Now they introduced more characters. We got Pyro, and right away, I'm like, he's like shooting fire or whatever, and I'm like, I don't remember a fire X-Men. And then later, when he's talking to Magneto, he says, what's your name? What is your name? John, what's your real name? And he's like, Pyro. I'm like, what? 1, Pyro is Australian. 2, he's blonde. 3, not an X-Men. He was a member of the Magneto's team, which named the Brotherhood of Mutants, which he joins at the end of this. We never get to see Avalanche, by the way. Pyro and Avalanche, they kind of went together. We don't get to see him. Iceman has a little bit more of a story in this. They go to his parents' house. I like that. Now, there's always 2 characters that I didn't... Okay, so... They introduced 2 other new X-Men. Sort of. One I like. One I like how they did it. The other one I'm just like, because it's not the way I was introduced to this certain version. But with Nightcrawler, they did it perfectly. He was on his own, and while they show him with the X-Men at the end, he's not in the next one, which I was sort of expecting when he wasn't. And knowing the cartoon, I'm just like, that fits. At first, I was like, oh man, no Nightcrawler. Then years later, I was sitting there and I watched the animated series again. Like, that actually works, because Nightcrawler was never a full-fledged member of the team. He was just like, he would help out. If they needed him, sometimes he'd show up. A couple times during the animated series, he showed it up. Colossus, on the other hand, to me, was done wrong. One, not Russian. Two, in the animated series, I keep going back to that, we barely saw him out of his metal form. And I know they fixed that with Deadpool. I like that version better. Still not... See, the version I saw in the animated series wouldn't fully join the X-Men because he wanted to do his own thing. Or here he's just part of the X-Men. And I understand the comics, he's part of the original members of the X-Men, I think. And there's a video game I had for the Xbox 360 where he was part of the team. But, like, to me, just what I grew up watching in the cartoon, that wasn't Colossus to me. He wasn't Russian, first of all. And then they do another Kitty Pryde character, and it's confusing. The version they had in the first film, the girl that walked through walls, supposed to be Kitty Pryde, she was a teenager, full-fledged teenager, maybe 17. Here, she's a little girl, maybe 12 years old. And then they switched to Ellen Page, who was back to maybe the 17-year-old age. Also, how come Bobby and Rogue are still students at the school by the third one? You think they would have graduated by then? Colossus too. Just saying. Anyway... I mean, by the end of that one, they do show that most of the X-Men are teaching stuff, but still. What else? Jean, okay, she has an arc, better arc than in the other ones that characters in, but, well, maybe Apocalypse, she has a decent arc in there too, but this one, she has an arc where after the Ellis Island incident, which, did she really do jack shit? In that, like, I don't know if they even really set anything up with that. It's like, what did she do? She didn't use her powers. Well, she sort of did. She had to control the things. I don't know. Well, after that, she said that she's starting to feel different. And yeah, they were setting up the story. Maybe they had the story from the beginning with it. Like, it fits with the whole she had latent powers. I don't know. But her death, like I said, I think her death was done well. And I knew she wasn't dead. I knew she was coming back. They showed the bird. She's going to be the Phoenix. Fine. Except for that's, years later, think about it now, that's not how the Phoenix works. They've done the Phoenix wrong twice. They tried to do it right with Dark Phoenix, the movie X-Men Dark Phoenix, by bringing the aliens in. But you brought in the wrong fucking aliens. We'll get to that one. Because, that's a shitstorm waiting to happen. But this one, we're not even on the Dark Phoenix stuff. I'm already bitching. Anyway, her death, I think it was handled right. Did she need to die? No, because the way that they were leaning to it, there was something, untapped, latent power within her. She didn't really need to die for that to come out. All you needed to do, and this is the little correction in the ending, instead of killing her off, have her stop both of those missiles, and no, that's before that. Have her completely, like, use the power, and like fire comes out and evaporates the entire thing. As weird as it is, evaporates the entire thing, and Jean faints. And then lead to, at the end, say like, "Are you okay?" "I'm fine." And then have a little thing at the end where she looks at the camera or something, and her eyes just glow red, signifying that the Phoenix has taken over or something. And do it that way. And you could start the next one with saying that Jean ran off, we don't know where she went. And you could say it's to meet the Shi'ar Empire, to Ken or whatever. But no, they killed her off, which is, who knows. Logan is, there's another character that was handled wrong, much like in the vein of Sabretooth from the first film. Voiceless henchman, or henchwoman. That would be Lady Deathstrike, or Yuriko, who, as far as I know from the animated series, was a former lover of Wolverine's and had a connection to him. Here, just another subject for Stryker to put adamantium into. Lady Deathstrike did not have adamantium claws. She had her own special mutant claws. And another acid, maybe? I don't know. But there was a great little story in the animated series with this alien ship. And I liked that. And when I heard that Lady Deathstrike was going to be part of it, and she's Asian, I'm like, okay, yeah, I think she was sort of Asian in the cartoon anyway, but like, it's just like, they handled it wrong. They made her have adamantium, which is not what she had. And she was just like Sabretooth. Barely talked, if even talked at all. And she had one good fight with Wolverine, and that's it. There's a thing with Mystique that really doesn't go anywhere. Well, it does. They get Magneto out. And, Ty Olsson, who played Benny Lafayette on Supernatural, he's in this for short bits. We can see his ass. Wolverine's story arc, I'm not really sure what really happened. He goes to, the whole thing was, at the end of the first one, he was going to find information. He got nothing, and then later he finds it. And he, even after all that, he still doesn't really know what was going on. Stryker's using his own son to get the professor to kill all humans, all mutants, and then Magneto shows up and changes it to all humans. It's just, I know you can't trust Magneto, but I don't know. But yeah, for a while, this was the best X-Men movie for a while. People said, "Oh, best X-Men movie until Logan." Well, I like Days of Future Past fine. So best until Days of Future Past for me. I might even say Days of Future Past might be okay. Logan is the best Wolverine movie. I think I said it before. Logan's the best Wolverine movie, but Days of Future Past is the best X-Men movie. When it comes to an ensemble cast, that's the best X-Men movie. When it comes to a Wolverine solo film, it's Logan. So when I rank these, it's gonna be a little weird how I try to rank them. Do I put Logan first, Days of Future Past? I don't know. I'll figure it out when I go to rank them eventually. But yeah, for the longest time, this was the best one, and it's pretty good. But it's kind of up there with the first one, to be honest. It's not anything spectacular watching it through, and it didn't go as fast. When I watched the first one yesterday, that seemed to go really fast. The pace was moving. This one was a little bit slower paced, so it didn't go as fast for me, but still liked it. So X2 X-Men United gets an 8 out of 10 for me. What are your thoughts on X2 X-Men United? Leave in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you.